when the snowman brings the snow. Well, he just might like to know, just put a great big smile on somebody's face. When you jump into your bed, quickly cover up your head. But don't you lock your doors, you know the sweet Santa Claus is on the way. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day, when the kids start singing and the band begins to play. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas. Hi guys, this is how to play I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day by Wizard. One of the, I'd say the top 3 Christmas songs ever.
It's a classic.
It is the one. Yes, this one, I'd like you to know that this song actually changes key. So we're going to start off in the verses with a D chord, and all the chords in the verses work with a D chord. But when we go to the chorus, there's a key change up to E, which gives the chorus a real lift and is a great songwriting technique that happens in guitar-based songs that I'd like you to know about. So we're going to go through the chords to the chorus, to the verse as usual, just one strum per chord. So we're starting off on a D chord. Play the D chord for us, Dave. When the snowman brings the snow. That lasts for 2 bars. The second line of the song, well, you just might like to know, is a G chord. And then we're on a D for 1 bar. He's put a great big smile. Now there we can go for a B minor chord, which I'm afraid we've got a bar chord in this song. If bar chord's too tricky for you, you can stay on a D chord for this bit. Or we can go for the easier option with the B minor chord, 3 fingers in a row, where we kind of split an A chord in 3. Can you remember that one, Dave? That's the one. So you've got that option, B minor 7, instead of a tricky bar chord. So that line again, he's put a great big smile on somebody's E minor to an A major. Or an A7. You've always got an option with your 7th chords. I tend to teach them to start off with without the 7ths and then add them later so that you know how to use them. Virtually the same thing again when you jump into your bed, D chord. When you jump into your bed to a G, quickly cover up your head. Then we go down to an E minor chord for head. Different ending now. Don't you lock your doors is a D chord. Don't you lock your doors to an A, sweet Santa Claus, a C, then a D. Now this is where we begin to build up to that key change. But let's just have a recap on those chords for the verse. First of all, from your D chord, when the snowman brings the snow. D chord, then your G chord, well you just might like to know. D, B minor, E minor, and an A. And the second part to the verse starts again. When you jump into your bed, D, quickly G, cover up your E minor, a D, lock your doors to an A, sweet Santa Claus, C, then a D. All those quicker changes to the song for that second half of the verse, they're all for a bar of each. So when we're strumming more strums a little later on, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, strumming all downs is a great place to start on that one, because again, it's a quickie. Right, so let's go from the C in the verse, the end of the first verse. We have a C chord, way, D. This is where it's starting to build up to that chord change, because then we go for a B chord. This is a 2nd fret A-shaped bar chord that I haven't taught yet. This is the first time it's really cropped up. in my beginner's course, we're using a B7 in place of that chord, so you can go for the standard B7. No, the other one, because we've changed key now. It's not a B minor anymore, it's a B major, and we need that B7 that we've covered before. So that will be C, D, B7. C, way, and on the B7, well I. We change key, it lifts up, and we're on the key of E now. So we're playing E chord. Wish it could be Christmas. And hopefully you can hear that that sounds like, I nickname it kind of the truck driver's gear change. It takes everything up a notch, and now everything's proportionate to that E. So let's do that tricky change bit one more time from the C. Way, D, B7 really quick. Well, I wish it could be Christmas to an A. And then our B7 again. When the kids start singing and the band begins to E. So if you've done any of the loads of songs that I did with a B7 in it, this E, A and B7 we should be really familiar with now. They go together really well, and they get used when a song starts on E really, which this chorus part does. Each chord for the majority of this chorus happens for 2 bars. So if we go for our E one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 to an A. 1, 2, a B7 when the kids start singing and the band begins back to E. B7 to the end, this would be for the ba-dum, 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 ba. Build up back to an E. Wish it could be Christmas every day. Now as an extra part, we're going to play this like the record. We're going to an F sharp minor in that section. So if you just do that change one more time from the E. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. Bum, bum. Mimics the song. Now with this F major 7, it's basically like your F major, which we've already covered, but we've slid it up 1 fret, so we're barring at the 2nd fret, but all your fingers are on the same strings, and your middle finger lifts off, which makes it much harder. Let's see if it's ringing out, Dave. Yes, it's ringing out to get your 3rd string ringing out, because that is now held by the barring of your 1st finger rather than your middle finger. So just play this F sharp minor once. Like an F major chord, but on the 2nd fret, and as I say, without that middle finger. There is an open chord way to play it that will also sound really good. If you play your A major like I teach in my beginner's course, you will have your 1st finger on this string, on the 3rd string, your middle finger above, and your 3rd finger below. If you play that way of doing an A chord, we can then lift off your 2nd and 3rd finger, move your finger over this side of the same fret, just scooching it over this way, and have your 3rd and little finger here, 3rd and little, Dave, not your 2nd and 3rd, and then play all 6 strings. Hey presto, you are playing an open chord way of an F sharp minor, which saves any barring, which is much trickier, and makes that change from an A, no, with the beginner's course way of doing it. It's new for Dave because he could play guitar before I started teaching. Play the A, then to this F sharp, that's the one. It makes that change much, much easier. So from after your F sharp minor chords, we go for an A, so let the bells, for a bar, to a B7, or an bar chord B, ring out, back to an A, for Christmas, 2 strums, further strums of an A, and then end on the E to finish off your chorus. So let's go for that whole 2nd half of the chorus again, where it starts to get a little bit trickier. So, well, I wish it could be Christmas to an A, F sharp minor, we're doing the 2nd half, to an A, so let the bells ring out, for Christmas, back to an E. Do that one more time, I'll shout out the chords for you. Well, I wish it could be, that's an E, to an A, F sharp minor. So let the A be 7 and A, E. And then, when we go back to the second verse, as a bridge kind of between the two chord key changes, we go to an A chord, we give it the ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Sounds better if you do them all on a down strum. Down, 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 down. Gives it that gallop. Same as we did in the blues ones, 12-bar blues, like the same as that. And then we go for your D chord and you're back into a verse. When we're skating in the park, when the snow cloud makes it dark, then your rosy cheeks B minor, E minor, gallop on the A, down, 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 down. Nicking the gallop from the blues, it continues on all those same chord and key changes. So let's keep going from there again. Middle of, well, let's go from the start of the second verse. Let's talk you through the whole thing. So from a D chord, should we go for every beat this time? Okay. 1, 2, 3. When we're skating in the park, to a G. When the snow cloud makes it dark, then your rosy cheeks B minor, E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3. When we're skating in the park, to a G, E minor. I saw the rain in the rooftop in the snow, so we made it start to stay. And a D, B7 really quick, then an E for your key change for your chorus. 1, 2. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. B7, when the kids start singing and the band begins to play. B7, ba-dum, ba-dum. It's a whole bar of E div. We play. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba. I wish it could be Christmas to an A and F sharp minor. So let the A be 7 and an A, 2, 3, E. Okay guys, so then we go to the musical interlude section. Do, 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 do. And we have your B minor again, to a D, and 2 bars of A. Do, 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 do. Do that one more time for us, Dave. B minor. 3, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. B minor. D minor from Ain't No Sunshine and other beginner songs. Do, 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 do. Do the whole thing as one. So B minor, D, A, and then B minor, D minor, A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. B minor. Do, 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 D minor to an A. And then we change for the next part, the bit where the brass section starts in. We have 2 bars of a D major. D, 2, 3, 4, D. 2 bars of D major from 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4, D. Then your G. That's the section of the song that we're on. There's no words, so I don't know how else to show you that that's the bit that we're meaning. That again was just 2 Ds, 2 Gs and 2 As, which again you can just keep playing on the beat. And then you're back into a verse again, which would be for verse 3. But other than that, that's the whole song now. So I mean, it's really the verse and the chorus is the bit that you'd want to be playing and remembering for getting any Christmas sing-alongs. But that's how to play Wish It Could Be Christmas Day, Christmas Every Day by Wizard. Thanks for checking out this video, and I hope to see you again. Please subscribe if you liked it.
Oh, he's here.
Is he here? Is it Christmas? Have you ever done the Santa tracking thing?
What's that?
You can track Christmas Eve. You can track Santa around the globe.
That sounds cool.
It's like as you're approaching Christmas Eve night, you can see they started in Japan and it goes through all Asia and then India and Africa, and I think he gets to the UK at about 4 a.m. or something.
How do they actually track him though in real life?
Well, you know, even Santa's got GPS. You know,
Of course, yes.
I
Well, he's
mean,
got to find all the houses.
he's got to find where all the houses.
I think he puts them all
There's,
in separately. Or
I'm sure there's new builds all the time, so he's got to be able to, you know, get the latest bit of software in his Garmin. But yeah, I've never stayed up late enough because you'd be able to track there for the exact time that Santa comes to your house.
Yeah, he must get people to put in all the postcodes for him already, because that'd be like difficult as it's going.
Maybe that's what he does all year.
That is exactly, yeah.
That's why that's why Christmas only happens once a year, not every day like this song.
This place ain't the same, the details have changed since I moved away years ago. The place I was born, where I say I'm from, with an accent not strong as before. My hometown.